Leo the 14th made history by becoming the first pontiff from the United States.
We can't stop talking about it. The 69-year-old from Chicago, formerly known as Robert Prevost, is now the leader of Catholics worldwide. Now, joining us now is Bishop Kevin Van from the Diocese of Orange. Good morning, Father Van. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here, even early. So.
I know we did wake you up early, but we appreciate it. I'm sure you're excited like everyone else is because we understand you have a connection with Pope Leo the 14th. So please tell us how you know him.
I certainly do. Years ago, I'm talking 81, 82, something like that, he and I, and a number of other students, were all young students at the Dominican University in Rome, the Angelic. We were all studying canon law together, and he and I especially. So he and I got to know each other then. And so subsequently, when I come back to Rome, I always stop in to see him or whatever into him. So, yeah, I have that connection. It's been a blessing that I've been able to maintain all these years.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
I love when friendships can transcend like
Yes,
that.
yes.
We at Little Caesars know the Fantastic Four deserve a fantastic pizza. It's one pizza with 4 different topping combinations. Oh, I'm not a topping! Not a topping!
See Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four First Steps.
Okay, ready to be saved now!
Get a Fantastic 4-in-1 pizza, only $7.99 at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Back when shopping malls were all the rage, you couldn't walk through the various stores and stands without seeing at least one person carrying a clear plastic cup of Orange Julius. Despite just about every shopping mall worth its salt boasting an Orange Julius somewhere in its twisty halls, you could rarely find someone who had ever tried one, even fewer who actually liked it, and no one who could tell you what the hell it was. Today, shopping malls are all but extinct, limiting your chances to try the drink that once supported over 700 stores worldwide. But would it be worth the effort? Or is it best left in the rubble alongside Walden Books and Gymboree? Well, today we're finally answering, what is an Orange Julius exactly?
Next here on a Friday night, an explosive new O.J. Simpson documentary tonight with a little-known theory about why that glove did not fit. Here's Nightline anchor Juju Chang.
That infamous glove, O.J. struggling to wrestle it onto his left hand. He tries the other, then both arms raised to show ill-fitting gloves. But that moment almost didn't happen, according to the new ABC ESPN documentary, O.J. Made in America.
For now, it's time to finally get to the bottom of one of these. The story of how Orange Julius came to be starts with a man with the predictable name of Julius Freed, though sometimes his last name is spelled with an I. According to the Montana Standard, Freed was originally from Butte, Montana, and was once the owner and operator of a cigar store, after possibly being busted for illegal gambling. The Montana Standard believes Freed struck out to Los Angeles, California in 1926, when citrus, particularly oranges, were all the rage.
Light bulb. People said, "What's with the light bulb?" I said, "Here's the story." And I looked at it. The bulb that we're being forced to use, number one to me, most importantly, the light's no good. I always look orange.
Squeezing his way into the latest trend, Freed opened up a small, fresh orange juice stand at 820 South Broadway and saw moderate success selling to the hot and thirsty California consumers. One of Freed's best customers also happened to be his real estate agent, a fella by the name of Willard Bill Hamlin. Bill had a background in chemistry and also a very sensitive stomach, and the acidic nature of Freed's orange juice stand caused Hamlin much discomfort. But when a product is that good, you don't give up on it. You just muscle through. Using his chemist powers, Hamlin developed a top-secret powdered vanilla-based formula that, when added to the OJ, produced a frothy, creamy smoothie that was unlike any beverage currently on the market. While the exact original recipe is unknown, many believe the early drink was a mixture of orange juice, ice, sweetener, milk, vanilla flavoring, and powdered egg whites,
aka meringue powder,
to give it that frothy texture. Whatever was in it drove the Roaring Twenties wild.
So O.J. Simpson and Donald Trump walk into a bar.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine? You don't have to imagine it if you were around in the 90s and early 90s.
I never thought of this.
But
they must have been
apparently
friends.
were buddies. O.J. says they were. He describes Donald Trump as a fun guy. This was them, by the way, on New Year's Eve, 1992.
What are they up to?
What do you think was going on that night? Anyway, O.J. in Vegas,
Mike,
of course.
I covered this case so much. Go back to that picture.
you know this.
I know
this,
the
this shirt he's wearing.
No, his jacket. That he wore that jacket a lot, and that jacket was relevant in the trial.
Hamlin's concoction was a smash hit, and Freed's regular modest daily profit of about $20 a day ballooned to over $100 as the drink became more popular. And Hamlin wasn't done there. He believed in the product so fully that he invested $6,800 of his own money into the business, becoming Freed's partner along with building contractor William Larkin. Folks from all around the Los Angeles area were said to stop by the stand and yell, "Get me an orange, Julius!"
That orange jacket.
Wow, you know OJ's wardrobe.
All I did was live this case.
When you say you covered that case so much, what case are you talking about? 'Cause we never heard about this.
What was there? Who was? You mean? OJ. He was. Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, so OJ's in Vegas, and a photographer asked him about. This was a couple of hours before the State of the Union, so they asked him what he was expecting, and he had an interesting perspective on Donald Trump. President Trump, he doesn't know anything about.
What do you think about your buddy's State of the Union tonight?
Well, Donald is a buddy. He's a fun guy, but I don't know the president. I knew Donald. He was a fun guy. I don't know the president. I stay out of politics.
Do you think that you think he's going to get impeached?
Well, he keeps hanging around big guy, hanging around people like that Roger Stone. Hey, let me say this. I got raided by the FBI in Miami. 30-something FBI agents, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I had more than dogs. I had kids there. They were a little traumatized. To try to compare it to El Chapo and Bin Laden, hey man, Bin Laden was carried out in a bag, not walked out in handcuffs. So, man up, stop crying.
When law-abiding citizens are forced to live in fear, we look for protection to one man. Lieutenant Frank Drebin is back. This time, he's going undercover in the big house.
Where's your prison number?
It's unlisted.
And playing the deadliest game of all.
Left hand blue! Now go get your hand out of my pocket!
But Police Squad desperately needs him back. Because a mad bomber is about to blow up Hollywood's biggest bash. And if anyone can stop him, so can Frank.
Hold on. Sergeant Frank Drebin, Detective Lieutenant Police Squad. Yeah, and I'm Robert De Niro. Mr. De Niro, we've got to get inside.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present the...
We're here to prevent a disaster.
You're too late for that.
That's the guy!
Starring Leslie Nielsen as Lieutenant Frank Drebin. Priscilla Presley as Jane. Anna Nicole Smith as Tanya. Fred Ward as Rocco.
Freeze and nobody gets hurt! Well, from now on.
Anna Nicole Smith as Tanya. George Kennedy as Ed. O.J. Simpson as Nordberg.
And the name kind of stuck from there. When the stand was first getting its start, the trio figured their signature drink was just the beginning, offering several different medical tonics and Bible tracts along with orange refreshments.
I'm proud to be partnering with my very good friend Lee Greenwood, who doesn't love his song, God Bless the USA, in connection with promoting the God Bless the USA Bible. I'm proud to partner with Lee in this offering. He's a very special man, both as a talent, but maybe even more so as a human being. He's very, very special. And I think you all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible now and help spread our Christian values with others.
While selling all that extra stuff didn't pan out, Hamlin and Larkin thought the real money was in franchising, which wasn't really a thing in the 1920s. But expanding the small juice stand into several Googie-style drive-ins catering to automobiles turned out to be the right move. The expansion turned into a successful business venture for Larkin and Hamlin. At this iteration of Orange Julius, you could get the titular tonic along with some classic burgers and dogs with wacky names like the Mongrel and the Pickle Pooch. Probably smart of them to go with the name Orange Julius after all. No one wants to eat at Pickle Pooches. Orange Julius was an immediate success, with over 100 locations by 1929. This explosion in business only helped the signature Orange Julius become more widely recognized across the U.S. That same year, the very first Orange Julius opened in Manhattan, smack dab in the middle of Times Square.
And introducing Anna Nicole Smith as Tanya.
Have you seen my pigeon?
Naked Gun 33 1/3. The Final Insult. The movie that hits crime where it hurts. This picture contains mostly all new jokes, may play slightly funnier east of the Rockies.
Folks wandering Broadway and 46th Street in the Big Apple could now get a splash of orange in their lives. Freed and Hamlin remained partners during this time until Julius's death in 1935. Hamlin would end up taking over the company, continuing its surge upward as more and more Orange Julius franchises popped up. During the 1950s and 60s, Orange Julius stands were a familiar staple at state and country fairs, in addition to the Googie-style freestanding locations. Googie is easily the most fun style of architecture to say, and the Julius became a worldwide sensation in 1964 after it was named the official drink of the 1964 New York World's Fair. The same year, the It's a Small World ride debuted. By 1967, you could find an Orange Julius in over 700 locations across not only the United States, but Puerto Rico, Canada, and several parts of Asia as well. The headquarters of this frothy enterprise remained in Santa Monica, California, renaming itself Orange Julius International. Though not too international, as the company did see some failed ventures across Europe in the 1970s in places like London and Amsterdam. At their peak, Orange Julius had nearly 745 franchises, largely thanks to the widespread growth of shopping mall construction in the late 60s and early 70s. They were one of the first to realize the potential of food courts and endeavored to set up shop in nearly every major mall across the US and Canada. The high foot traffic and steady flow of customers looking for a quick and easy treat essentially made Orange Julius ubiquitous with mall culture. Though, again, we're not sure we've met anyone who's ever tried one. At its peak, Orange Julius was one of the most recognizable names in the beverage biz, boasting hundreds of locations across the world. They didn't need in-your-face advertising or a flashy mascot, mostly because they tried it on a few occasions and it never really stuck. When the juice stand debuted, they decided on a strange ad campaign titled "A Devilish Good Drink," complete with a devil mascot holding a pitchfork near an orange, which is ironic because an Orange Julius is the least dangerous drink ever created. The brand tried revving both the slogan and the logo in the 70s and 80s, until somebody realized that the Orange Julius mascot looked an awful lot like Sparky, the Arizona State University mascot. Not wanting to compete with a bunch of beefed up ball players, Orange Julius dropped the imagery before a lawsuit could be whipped up.
Mr. Aston, how on Middle-earth do you follow Lord of the Rings?
Well, I want to do something completely different.
Oh, well, that is a risky strategy. Yeah, after all, you're good with the goblins.
Goblins, yes, but this is an epic romantic comedy.
What if it wasn't New York, but New Zealand?
Yeah, I like that.
Well, New York is integral to the story.
Just as New Zealand is integral to ours.
What's your story?
We make the fourth in the trilogy. The fool.
Trilogy is 3.
Come on, free your mind. Forget the Shire, set it in the future. You exchange the rings for the mobile phones.
Mobile phones. That's a completely different idea.
Listen to me now. Lord of the Ringtones.
Return of the phone call.
It's all there.
It's cute. I like it.
Is that Elvish for wonderful?
Master, Hobbit has left the precious food.
That voice makes me uncomfortable. I told you that before.
If you've driven along I-96 near South Lyon, you are probably very familiar with, perhaps to you, a mysterious orange man on top of a hill.
Or maybe you've seen one on several orange men on rooftops all over Detroit. What are they and what do they represent? Steve Garagiola has a story.
For a number of years, I've driven along I-96, and on the south side of the freeway at the new Hudson exit, I've wondered, what is that? I think it's time to find out. From nearby Grand River Avenue, you enter the James Atchison Memorial Park, and if you're willing to hike a little through the weeds and up a hill on what used to be a landfill, you reach the top. And here we are, and there he is. But who is he, and what is he doing up there? This is artist John Sauvé, who created the sculpture along the freeway, part of a larger project called Man in the City. What does the sculpture mean? John says it means whatever you think it means.
It's all about creating a dialogue. It's all about filling a space where there wasn't anything before.
This is season 11. Auditions, go to agtauditions.com. Come to the convention center in LA. Go to Orlando. Figure it out. I want to see you. I will change your life. I've got such power.
Now listen, I know when you go and you promote the show at the TCAs in front of the critics and stuff, many years you would sit there with Donald Trump, who was the host of The Celebrity Apprentice, and now he's running for president.
Can you imagine if he became president? If he replaces Obama in the White House, that's going to bring a whole new meaning to Orange is the New Black.
That's an inspired joke.
Is it?
That's a really good joke. Did you just think of that? No, you have. You've used that in your routine.
I'm reading it off of her card. Mental health issues affect people of all ages, income levels, and cultures. No one is immune. Advocate for and promote mental well-being in your life and to those around you. You're not alone. The more you know.
Is there something wrong with you?
The story of a small orange stand that grew to a global sensation is a sweet and inspiring one. But even the best oranges spoil. And the whole premise of this video is, oh yeah, whatever happened to Orange Julius? So you must have seen this coming. Despite the surge in popularity the zesty orange beverage experienced throughout the 60s, the end of an era was at hand. Founder Bill Hamlin retired in 1967, selling the company to International Industries, Inc., which sounds like a name you invent in an interrogation room. But in reality, they had owned the likes of the International House of Pancakes and its delicious sister store, International House of Pies. So it was not their first time to the Orange Rodeo. This new ownership took Orange Julius to its highest point, which is exactly where you happen to be standing right before a devastating fall. In 1985, the Orange Julius brand was sold again, this time to New York-based ice cream and vending machine company Custom Creamery Systems. One of the stipulations of the sale was that the Orange Julius brand got to retain the name Orange Julius. While this seemed like a pretty good deal, it didn't last long. The company changed hands once again in 1987, finding itself absorbed by ice cream royalty, Dairy Queen. The sale to Dairy Queen ushered in significant changes for Orange Julius, with the focus gradually shifting away from standalone locations. This trend was further exacerbated by Dairy Queen's sale to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway in 1998. And changing ownership several times in just a few years is never a good sign for a company, no matter how many mysterious orange drinks they sell. The new millennium only saw more unfortunate changes for Orange Julius. Dairy Queen would begin regularly downsizing most Orange Julius locations, while converting others into Dairy Queen treat centers, hybrid stores that dropped the OJ branding but kept the drink on the DQ menu. Dairy Queen didn't completely turn their backs on the Orange Julius, however. In 2013, Dairy Queen introduced a slew of new flavors like berry palm, mango pineapple, strawberry banana, and pina colada. The recipe, which had shifted over the years, was now reduced mostly to artificial ingredients.
Joe Rogan said this. Joe Rogan, one of the leading podcasters, Trump supporter, about the deportation of Venezuelans. He said, quote, rounding up gang members and shipping them to El Salvador with no due process, he said it was dangerous, and added, quote, we got to be careful that we don't become monsters while we're fighting monsters. Is Joe Rogan right?
Oh, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, we want to be careful, and we are careful. We're doing something that has to be done. We have a country that's very sick. Joe Biden, and it's not him because I don't even think he knew what the hell was happening, but the people around him are vicious people, and what they've done to the country is unbelievable. They've allowed 21 million people to pour into our country. Many of these people are criminals. They've allowed you mentioned Venezuela, the jails of Venezuela to be emptied into the United States. Do you know Venezuela crime is way down? Way, way down. You know why? Because their criminals are now living happily in the United States of America, and we're getting them out. And I was elected to get them out, and we're getting them out.
Under the law.
And we're getting them out fast, and we're getting them out legally. Now, in some cases, we have judges. In some cases, they're radical left judges. What happened the other day where a judge was protecting a criminal was horrible.
that all federal, state, and local judges are members of a certain obscure sect of the Freemasons.
Now, hold on. Our strategy is that all judges are Masons?
Well, there's more to it than that.
Like what?
Well, there's a secret Masonic word which, when uttered, obligates judges to rule in your favor. Then they have to go paddle each other off in a secret cave somewhere. Mr. James.
Come on, Joe, give it up.
Tubal Cain.
Tubal Cain?
What's happening, beautiful people? You up yet? Want you guys to hear this story? It's another news. Hey, states across the country, including here in Florida, let drivers pay a fee to customize their license plate. Some of you may be driving around with one right now. But a couple of hundred people in the Sunshine State had a little bit too much fun. So we posted those on 10tampabay.com if you want to just throw yourself out in the field day and
I wish people would leave pictures. I want to see who these people.
People said, "What's with the light bulb?" I said, "Here's the story." And I looked at it. The bulb that we're being forced to use, number one, to me, most importantly, the light's no good. I always look orange.
What's odd is when an Irish pub serves fish tacos. I don't get that. And I got a little heartburn, and I don't think I'm going to do that again. Here it is right here. Come on, follow me, and don't mention her eyes.
Hello, Mr. Crank.
Hi, Daisy. This is my wife, Nora.
Hello. I really don't want to do this.
Come on. I got a great deal. $60, 12 visits.
Why would we get a tan before the cruise? I thought the whole point was to get a tan during the cruise.
Look at our skin. We kind of look like uncooked chicken.
You look like a corpse. And you could use a little help yourself. It's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note.
Belly. There we go. That's funny.
Thank you.
I just want to emphasize the degree to which we are in serious times, and this is a really serious one.
Only one.
This is not entertainment. It's not a reality show.
Orange is not the new black.
A far cry from the fresh oranges used in the company's early days. By 2018, virtually all standalone Orange Julius locations had been shut down or rebranded as Dairy Queen stores. Pretty much the only shred of Orange Julius you can find is on some of the cups. But if you're feeling extremely nostalgic and simply nothing else will do, you can still use the search function on the Orange Julius website. Okay, so Orange Julius is a 1,000-year-old drink that experienced a brief and beautiful moment in the sun. But what the hell is an Orange Julius exactly? Is it a smoothie? A milkshake? Some kind of freaky-deaky third thing? Well, the answer to all three questions is yes. The original drink sold by Freed and Hamlin was made with freshly squeezed oranges, eggs, sugar, and a secret formula of 7 food powders to create a frothy, less acidic version of orange juice.
Phil Rucker, let's take a broad turn and talk about what consumed White House Correspondents' Lives this weekend and so much of the internet and cell phones. A still photo of the President of the United States, which he chose to comment on and which put you guys in the strange position of calling the White House press office, asking for comment on the color and contrast of the president's face.
Yeah, Brian, I personally was not one of the reporters calling the White House press office about this, but I'm certainly familiar with this photo and this meme. It really took off on social media.
Now, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
The classic was about 210 calories, and while it had the smooth texture of a milkshake, it technically doesn't fall into that category, nor is it technically juice or technically a smoothie, although it is kind of both those things as well. In short, an Orange Julius is, well, an Orange Julius. If you want to try one for yourself, online enthusiasts have put together an easy-to-make version you can blend with items you might already have at home. The homemade version uses 1.5 cups of fresh squeezed orange juice, 2 spoonfuls of vanilla pudding mix, and 5 ice cubes blended to perfection. This is allegedly pretty close to the original version and much easier to get, unless you have a time machine or you know the Dairy Queen personally.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
It's an actor dressed to look just like President Donald Trump as he's assassinated on stage. Look as his character is stabbed to death. And there's no mistaking the Trump connection. Check out the unbuttoned overcoat and red tie that hangs over his waist. It's a staging of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar that is outraging many. The controversial production is taking place here in New York City's Central Park. The staging is being seen as a direct jab at Trump and the controversial political climate in this country. There are other similarities to Trump. Caesar's wife, Calpurnia, bears a resemblance to First Lady Melania.
Big hands for me!
This is how the assassination scene has usually been done. Julius Caesar repeatedly stabbed by the members of the Roman Senate. In the new version, you see a bloodied Caesar, his white dress shirt soaked in blood. There was mixed reaction about this new twist.
I didn't like that they made this person who looks like Trump get assassinated. It's not a good message.
I don't think it's disrespectful for the president to be murdered on stage. It's not really the president's theater. Everybody knows it's theater.
This all comes on the heels of that outrageous image of Kathy Griffin holding the severed head made to look like Trump. She cried during a news conference where she was both defiant and apologetic.
That apology absolutely stands. I feel horrible.
As the cast took its bow, the audience applauded with a standing ovation. No word from the White House on the controversial production.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
I don't know what you came to do, but I ain't come to lose. Faster!
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up.
Peter Piper picked them peppers.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck, 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 chuck? Get it together.
Peter Piper picked a peck of
pickled peppers. Chuck, 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 chuck. Come on, man.
A little bit louder. I need conviction. I need to feel it. I need to be like,
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
You ready? Yeah.
Let's go! Showtime, baby!
This is positively the finest exhibition ever to be shown. Well, be that as it may. I, your wizard, Par Ardua ad Alta, am about to embark upon a hazardous and technically unexplainable journey into the outer stratosphere.
Feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, get away, get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every day. She didn't really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come in, then I gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing, and then I think that he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna did it.
All right, Mr. Geller, right this way. So, how dark do you want to be? We have 1, 2, or 3.
Well, I like how you look. What are you?
Puerto Rican.
2. I think a 2.
You're gonna face the red light. When the red light goes on, the spraying's about to start, so close your eyes. When the spraying stops, count to 5. Pat yourself down to avoid drip marks, then turn around so we can get your back. Got it?
Spray, count, pat, and turn. Spray, count, and pat.
Wow, you catch on quick.
Well, I have a PhD, so. One Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I'm not finished counting!
Doritos Blaze, a bold new flavor that brings the heat.
hush your mouth. I told y'all mother, y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now, I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Is you with me now? Then biggie bounce. I know you dig the way I switch my style.
New Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
You sprayed my front twice.
You never turned?
No, I barely even got to 3 Mississippi.
Mississippi? I said count to 5.
Mississippi, Leslie? Well, how bad is it?
Not that bad yet, but it keeps getting darker for the next 4 hours.
So how dark is it gonna get?
Oh, you got sprayed with 2 2s and...
I'm a 4?
Yeah, but your back's a 0. You're gonna want to even that out.
Really?
When Gemini 4 first launched men into space, Tang instant breakfast drink went with them. Since then, people everywhere have launched the day with Tang. Because nothing fuels up your family like a nutritious breakfast in Tang. Tang has a fresh orange taste, a full day's supply of vitamin C in every glass, and it costs about 1/3 less than orange juice. From Gemini to the shuttle to Earth families, great mornings have taken off with Tang. Launch your day with the goodness of Tang.
Because of the orange coloring of the president's face, and he, of course, claims that it's photoshopped.
Grid-like breakfast slabs, extruded mammal tailings, seared strips of swine flesh, and flattened chicken embryos. I will enjoy it.
What is a 7-letter word for a tomb in ancient Egypt, which is a quadrilateral masonry mass having smooth, steeply sloping sides meeting at an apex?
A flindar.
Ah.
Good morning, parental units.
Dawn greetings, young one.
What would you like for consumables? Pop-Tarts, chicken embryos, seasoned patties of ground animal flesh?
I'm not really hungry. Just some Tang.
Ah, Tang, the drink the astronauts took to the moon.
Astronauts to the moon.
These days, the House Republicans actually give John Boehner a harder time than they give me, which means orange really is the new black.
Simply put, this country and this world benefit from your commitment to Jesuit principles, to being men.
As a graduate of another great Jesuit institution, Xavier University, I have great affection for the value and purpose of a Jesuit education.
But it does seem to suggest that he has an affinity for a tan, which we've known for some time. It's a bit of a mystery how that tan gets on his face, but it has been one of the mysteries, the enduring mysteries of the Trump era.
I just want to emphasize the degree to which we are in serious times, and this is a really serious job. I know some of the presidential candidates have been critical of my foreign policy. I don't want to name any names.
He's talking about Donald Trump.
This Christmas, something big is going down. Something really big. Jack Black in Gulliver's Travels.
Whoa, time out. Is that an orange shop?
Guys, just because I didn't read the script doesn't mean you can sneak me into a commercial.
Still rolling, Jack. You're doing great.
Okay, listen, Johnny Orange Phones. I didn't sign up to sell your glorified walkie-talkies. I signed up to do some sweet acting, Lawrence of Olivier style. Stop flipping that thing. I'm trying to do a speech about integrity. This is the iconic scene where Gulliver Travels gets tied down by the tiny strings. We gotta nail this scene. And that means no cell phone selling, just incredible acting. Because you know what, Mr. Orange Corporate Man? I'm not your puppet.
Okay, make it dance.
Whoa, guys, what's going on here? Oh, very funny, guys. This is not acting. No, I don't want to do this dance. I don't want to do this dance.
Nora, I hear it from a good source that you and Luther have decided not to observe Christmas this year.
Yeah, sort of. Father Zabriskie, Luther and I are fine. Everything is fine, and everything is completely normal.
Fuzzy in the morning? How about breakfast with the intense orange taste of Tang? Floating in the ozone? Perhaps the mega orange taste of even more Tang. Walking zombie? Tang to the extreme, if you dare! Vitamin C, screaming orange taste! Don't say we didn't warn you. Tang, it's a kick in a glass.
Once upon a time, in the rolling hills of Mount Ararat, there lived a man named Tubal-Cain. He was a skilled blacksmith, known far and wide for his exceptional craftsmanship and the mysterious symbols he etched into his work. Tubal-Cain was a man of few words, but his hands spoke volumes through the artistry of his creations. Tubal-Cain's humble forge, nestled deep within the forest, had an air of secrecy about it. Rumors circulated through the nearby town that Tubal-Cain was a mason.
Sorry, Tubal-Cain? What the hell does that mean?
I have no idea. The master builder awaits the pyramids.
I beg your pardon?
I bet you do.
Without a word, he beckoned Samuel inside. The interior of the forge was a mesmerizing labyrinth of tools, anvils, and the soft glow of embers. Weapons, tools, and decorative pieces lined the shelves, each a testament to Tubal-Cain's artistry. Tubal-Cain gestured for Samuel to sit down and handed him a simple iron rod. Samuel watched in awe as Tubal-Cain transformed the shapeless metal into a delicate, intricate design. The flames danced in the background, casting an eerie, enchanting light on the surroundings. As the hours passed, Tubal-Cain shared stories of his craft, revealing that he had indeed been doing for many years. He spoke of a society's dedication to self-improvement, moral values, and the pursuit of wisdom.
Svetlana sucks lemons across from me, and I am progressing abominably, and I do not know my.
Here's a true story. Now, my mate has worked in New York for 10 years. Walks the same streets every day. Just puts his head down. But this day, the power cut day, everything was different.
And I find myself towing the Embarcadero, and I find myself knowing.
You know, it's true what my mate said. Sometimes things need to switch off for people to switch on.
You can know on this side.
The future's bright.
The symbols he incorporated into his work were not just for show but held profound meaning for those who understood. Samuel listened intently, absorbing not only the blacksmith's skills but also the wisdom of this order. He realized that Tubal-Cain's artistry was a reflection of his deep commitment to these principles. The blacksmith's creations weren't merely objects. They were conduits of his beliefs and values, carrying a message of enlightenment and personal growth. Days turned into weeks, and Samuel became Tubal-Cain's apprentice.
In modern-day America, the corporations run our lives. But one man is prepared to take our country back. This summer, meet a superhero like no other.
Pootie-Tang one bad brother, man. Pootie-Tang whip your butt so bad that you can write it off on your taxes.
And you are done. You've got loads left in there.
The pride basks in the midday.
Like getting your money's worth? Introducing the new medium double cheeseburger Save a Meal deal. Just $4.79 at McDonald's.
I don't know how you do it. I put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Got a buck? You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious beefy big and tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
Since the inception of Pootie-Tang's ad campaign, sales are down 30%.
He steals from me.
I want him dead.
Get that Pootie! Man, Pootie done did it again!
Paramount Pictures presents, in association with MTV Films and Chris Rock Productions.
We got Pootie-Tang in the house tonight.
Under the master's guidance, he honed his blacksmithing skills and learned the deeper lessons of life. As he worked alongside Tubal-Cain, Samuel came to understand the true meaning behind the symbols etched into their creations. In time, Samuel left the hidden forge, carrying with him not only the knowledge of a master blacksmith but also the profound teachings of Tubal-Cain. He spread Tubal-Cain's legacy far and wide, not just through the intricate ironwork but also through the timeless principles of self-improvement and enlightenment that he had learned. Tubal-Cain continued to forge his creations in solitude, knowing that his work would endure as a testament to the power of craftsmanship, wisdom, and the mysteries hidden within the symbols of the mysterious order. And so, the legend of Tubal-Cain lived on, a beacon of light and knowledge in the heart of Mount Ararat, inspiring all who sought his wisdom and craftsmanship.
A man too cool for words.
So let's listen up to the new record by Pootie-Tang.
Turn that noise down! Pootie don't need no words, don't even need no music.
You could set my body ablaze, you skinny, wonderful man.
Lance Crowther. Wanda Sykes.
Give me some more of your juicy neck bone one more time.
And Chris Rock.
Daddy? You damn right I'm your daddy.
Pootie-Tang.
You are funny, man.
That I take.
Do you have anything to say in your defense?
Tubal-Cain.
I hereby find in favor of the guy with the court adjourned.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Words cannot describe the emotions you feel when you see something like this today.
The Orange County, North Carolina GOP headquarters was attacked with a firebomb. Officials say no one was in the building when an explosive was thrown through the window sometime Saturday night. A swastika was spray painted on a nearby building, and under that someone wrote, "Nazi Republicans leave town or else." In response, a Democrat-led GoFundMe campaign raised more than $13,000 to help rebuild the headquarters. Both presidential nominees took to Twitter to condemn the attack. Hillary Clinton called it horrific and unacceptable. Donald Trump suggested Democrats were behind it, but also wrote, "With you all the way, we'll never forget." Authorities have no leads on a suspect. The executive director of the office said the organization will not succumb to the threat.
A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Pretty well, little brother. Pretty well.
There was me, that is Alex, and my 3 droogs, that is Pete, Georgie, and Dim.
Go on, do me in your colors.
He's enterprising, aggressive.
There have been many great men who have come through this fraternity, and there have been many people who have served this country, many right here from Edenton, who have shaped the course not only of the history of this state, but also of this nation, and therefore of the world.
Young, bold, vicious.
You are to be reformed.
What exactly is the treatment here going to be then?
Just going to show you some films.
So this time and occasion for us to be here today in places where Hughes and Williamson and Iredell and Johnson once walked, for us to be here this day where more than 175 years of meetings in a courthouse.
But enough of words. Actions speak louder than action now.
A place where the community and the fraternity could come together is not only a joy for us to be here today, and especially to enjoy the nice wet boat ride we had coming over, but it's also a great privilege and an honor.
It's funny how the colors of the real world only seem really real when you video them on a screen.
Everyone at Tanlux is so excited for this launch. All we need is an iconic Paris tagline. You know, like, that's hot.
On it. Closet. Wake AI Paris. That's Paris. Paris. Talk to me. Okay, we need a new tagline for our new Tanlux Airbrush 360 Self-Tan Mist. It's so easy to apply, so long-lasting, no streaks, and it smells amazing. It's the future. What about the future is so hot, it's burning? What? Sorry to barge, traveled from 2064. Couldn't miss this. The future of tanning depends on it. This space-time continuum is so sexy. You're sexy. I know. Sorry. Texting. The future looks good on you. My work here is done. Work?
I'm cured! Praise God!
You're not cured yet, boy.
Ken Kaplan here from Laconia, New Hampshire. We are across the street from Weirs Beach, checking out all the cool vendor stuff. And I don't know if you know this, but Trump is a motorcycle supporter, and he just bought an Orange County chopper. Google Orange County chopper Trump, and the episode will come up. They built a kick-ass bike for him.
Today, Donald Trump is visiting the shop. The plan is to show him the progress on the bike design, and if there's time, to give him a tour. This is where it all starts. Give him a couple pictures here, or how this develops.
Set up here. What we got here is the coat of arms right on the air cleaner.
Beautiful.
And I want to double the detail that currently has in it, so it just every leaf and scroll is like
good.
And then if you look over here, I got your speed Trump logo that you wanted to use.
That's it.
The rear fender is unique because the entire thing is basically like a brake light on
I see.
double-sided.
Let's get a glance at that gas tank, Jason.
Yeah.
More of a
top view.
Beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice and wide on the top.
I really like the tank, but I love that detail.
That's gold.
Oh,
leaf.
it's Trump.
It's rich.
Yeah.
So Jason, make it good.
Yeah.
Okay, make this your best.
That's the intent.
Will this be the best you've ever done, Jason?
I believe so.
I'll make sure of that.
You got to make sure.
It's the best for the best.
Right. Okay, man. Jason is wonderful, and between Jason and Paul and the whole team, I think we'll come up with something really great.
You might want to get back in there.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute, there's no light on the back wall. How do I know when it's going to start? Hello? The same thing happened again.
You got 2 more tools?
I'm an 8.
On the day the man on the hill was installed, an angry mom called the South Lyon city manager to complain.
She mentioned that her 8-year-old couldn't sleep that night because Freddy Krueger was up on the hill.
She wanted the sculpture taken down. John's answer?
And I said, hey, I got a question for you. Who lets their 8-year-old watch Freddy Krueger? The city manager said, hey, good idea. I'm gonna ask her if she calls back.
That was 8 years ago. There have been no more complaints, just curiosity. And you're probably curious about the little orange man standing next to John where we caught up with him, on top of the Park Shelton building in Detroit. John has installed dozens of these little men on rooftops all over the city.
Detroit Artist Market is the next block down. Scarab Club is right there. There's one on top of its building.
I never noticed all these little guys.
Hold on. There's something different.
I went to that tanning place your wife suggested.
Was that place the Sun?
Oh, and it gets worse.
Oh my God, you can do a duet of Ebony and Ivory all by yourself.
Detroit Historical Society has one. Detroit Opera House has 2. I asked John if there's a map to show where all of these sculptures are, but he won't tell.
I find that when people are leading you to something and trying to push you, hey, make sure you check this out, it's not the same relationship. I like it when people uncover it on their own.
He says that's part of the purpose of public art, that we actually look around, see the city as we walk or drive through it. He uses the little men in his fundraising efforts for nonprofit groups in Detroit and inspiration-raising efforts with young people.
I'm not trying to develop young artists as much as I am as showing them they can do anything if they put their mind to it. Well, that's that light bulb that goes off, and you can't test it. It's not for an ACT test or any of this other stuff. It's about inspiring youth.
John says he wishes the arts were not the first place many communities go when they make budget cuts.
It's a shame because it really does pay back 100-fold when we are able to give this to kids, especially these youth that are at risk.
Most of all, he loves his work. There's really only one thing about the project that he doesn't like.
I don't like to get too close to the edge. I didn't like getting close to the edge when I got up here in the first place. So, yeah, because it's really scary.
Even scarier than Freddy Krueger. I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4.
If we turn against each other based on divisions of race or religion,
News Nation, so it is the event of the day and perhaps one of the more interesting videos of the day. Donald Trump posting this to social media before the eclipse. All right. right, around the table we go. What do you see?
Well, can I just say, sorry, can I go before
please,
you? Or are you
please.
still collecting
I'm
yourself?
still collecting myself, yes.
The rest, I actually watched the video. Besides that whole thing right there. The rest of the ad was very patriotic, and I mean, watch even the words here. The rest of the ad was really good. The hair and the covering, it was just a lot.
It's a lot of orange.
A lot of orange, that's what you saw?
Yeah.
What'd you see there, Mark?
I was, as an ethnomusicology fan, I like thus spoke Zarathustra.
That's what you
Oh, yeah, there you go. Very nice. Like Elvis.
Yeah.
That's right.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
So, you know that the pumpkin spice latte that Starbucks sells?
Yeah.
So, Starbucks doesn't care whether you enjoy the pumpkin spice latte ironically or sincerely, as long as you purchase it. Right.
It was great. I mean, you guys have got to try the cold chocolate.
I've had
it. So whether Trump fans enjoy this ironically, that he's being goofy, or whether they are truly idolatrous, it doesn't matter as long as you vote for Trump.
Hey, Alex, you want to take a break and join us? I'm really busy, Mom. We're playing Monopoly. Then you'll join us.
Monopoly? Are you kidding me? I'd love a game.
I thought you had a lot of work to do.
Well, Dad, I was thinking, you know, term papers and exams come and go, but the family unit is the one true constant in life. The precious hours spent in the familiar abode with loved ones playing a heartwarming game such as this are what make memories that one can treasure for all eternity.
When did all that occur to you?
As I was coming down the stairs. Are these dice in proper working order?
Yes, all the dots seem to be in place.
Okay, fine, Mallory. You're first.
10. Oh, I'm on the jail square.
Relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're just visiting. Okay, my turn.
Everything's set for tonight, Mr. Trump. I wonder what Trump's game is this time.
Trump's got a new game. Trump's got a new deal. What's your game, Donald? Heard about Trump's new deal? What?
Trump has a new game. What is it? Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, please.
My new game is Trump, the game.
Trump, the game where you deal for everything you've ever wanted to own. Because it's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you win.
Yes!
Play Trump, the game from Milton Bradley.
I think you'll like it.
All right, here we go. Oh, nobody took the thimble. That's great. Here we go. Okay, let's have boxcars for Daddy. Double threes, 6. Okay, that puts me on Oriental Avenue. That costs $100. I'll buy that.
Okay, my turn. 4. Income tax you have to pay. Oh, that's not fair. Could I take a do-over?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Whoa, hold the phone. No do-overs. Page 4 of the rule book says, and I quote,
Alex, we're going to let Jennifer take a do-over. Here's the dice, honey.
I won't stand for this. This is a travesty. This is a sin against capitalism.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Donald Trump Museum, dedicated to America's #1 citizen and America's greatest living folk hero, the one and only Donald Trump. Learn the amazing history of the Trump family.
Somebody criticized me the other day because they asked me what I do, and I said, I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. It's true. I don't care.
And I guess I have some very good enemies, and I like it that way somehow. And I really believe in Trump.
trashing your enemies.
Inside, you will learn how Donald Trump's father left him a large inheritance.
Nobody's going to do more women than Donald Trump. That I can tell you. That I can tell you. And I think they know it.
Discover how in 2016 Donald Trump successfully lobbied to legalize gambling.
Part of the beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
He wants to run for president and move on into the White House. Why not?
Share in the stupidity of the average American as they made him the 45th president of the United States.
That will easily go down as the greatest president in the history of the United States. Me, Donald John Trump.
No! Hey, no! Hey, Greg, you come with us upstairs.
There you go, Sonny. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. The easy way.
It's a beauteous day, a wondrous day. The flowers bloom and the animals play. The sun peeks out and I need to shout in a happy way. It's a beauteous, wondrous, simply scrumptious day.
It's go time.
It's a beauteous, wondrous, simply scrumptious day.
Come on, try getting it out.
Ding, 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 bong.
That's all, folks.
Try not to understand, because it is impossible.
It's going to get more and more overtly occult as these things develop. I mean, Burning Man's totally in-your-face occult. I mean, that's just flat out, we're witches, we're here, we're New Age, we're here to work witchcraft. We're gathering together because there's more power. You know, this has been almost like programming that's been put into humanity's mind for a long time. Now it's more of a manifestation of this. This is just so far off the scale where this world is heading. The amount of time, effort, money that is being expended by Satan and his minions to implement his agenda.
A future that Ernest Cline, the writer of the book, envisioned. I was very careful with Ernie collaborating with me every step of the way to be able to find the movie narrative inside this dense forest of Ernie's profound imagination.
The Oasis being the ultimate toy box with all the toys in the world, and then playing that with one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. It results in just amazing action and such a fun adventure.
Ernest Cline is such a visionary, and I think has seen the future before any of us possibly could even imagine it.